You guys excited to have us here?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wait, yes. Sorry.
Well, we're representing Weller Electric. I'm Lucas.
I'm Jacob.
Hey, don't freeze actually. Oh.
Oh,
That's a verse. You got it.
obviously. Lucas, Jacob. AKA Mrs. Childers' husband. Okay, so who are we? We are a small company of 12 people. Our team is made up of 3 journeymen, 1 master, and 8 apprentices. We're located in Garrett. Does anyone know any electricians at all? Yep.
My
Me?
stepmom.
Your stepmom, really? Nice. Union or non-union?
She works for, where is it? It's like that one house making place. I don't remember.
Granite Ridge or something?
Something like that.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Okay, does anyone know what this is? What these are called? Yep.
Hey, you're right on.
Yep, right on.
Hey, you're close.
What about these? Anyone know what these are?
My house.
They look like the ones that you
Yep, rooftop units. Yep.
Actually looks like.
So we get to do all miscellaneous type of stuff. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the old East Noble Middle School at all, the CLC. No. Well, this is what that is. This is there on top of the roof. We had to do a whole bunch of rooftop units for the rooms. This is I don't know if anyone knows DeKalb County Highway at all. Over here, it's like I don't know 5-10 minutes from here. But I was there for like a year and a half. These are 3 of the panels that we put up. Anyone know where this is? Fair? We get to do this lovely thing every year. So,
So a lot of it's temporary. I mean, all this isn't there normally, but since it requires so much power for all the vendors and stuff, you have to add all this stuff temporarily. And we run all these cables, put like safety blocks. So if you ever trip over a cable, you can think of us.
Yeah.
How long does that take?
how long does it take?
Yeah.
About a day to set up, 2
It takes
days.
probably a full day. And then, I mean, lately we've been kind of doing it in like 3 days, 3 small days.
Because we do the tent too. So we typically have a couple set people that do the tents, and then the hardest part is the rolls that these things are on can weigh, I don't know, 150 pounds,
Yeah.
just cable.
We just take all the cable and we roll it on a big wheel.
School, I take the trailer and unload it all, and so those are also panels too. I don't know if you guys,
Yeah,
obviously.
you open them up and there's a bunch of breakers in there, but
Yep.
sometimes we get to fix like vendor stuff and then they give us like free stuff, like corn dogs,
Yeah, it's the best part right there.
stuff like that. So,
So all this I did, so it's a lot of conduit bending. So this was also at the same place, the Cal Highway, where those 3 panels are. So these pipes right here are going into this big 8-foot trough, and then I got to take a whole bunch of these pipes and feed like power for garage doors, lights, contactors for I guess it could be exterior lights or interior lights, and then a lot of these heaters, and then this is the tub that went in for it. So where those 3 panels were, this was behind it, and this thing weighs like 700 pounds, I think, 800 pounds altogether.
this is an example of commercial work, by the way, so it's like
Yep.
all EMT and piped really nicely, and
And that's a 1200 amp service too.
it's a lot more power, just different. You pull the wires in these conduits versus, I'll show you the next slides, will be all the wires
So-
inside already.
Yeah, so just remember this picture, like all these conduits right here that are coming up. So right here, this is where all these are going, was into that panel. So they could be feeding different things, so, there was some conduits coming up from, on that one where those 3 panels were. Some of these were going into there. A lot of it is feeding like other buildings. This was in Huntington. So pretty much everything underground, we run PVC, and PVC's awesome because all you have to do is just glue it, stick it in, and you're done. You don't have to worry about like doing couplings or anything like that and tightening them. And
You take like a heat thing, like a blanket, and cover them, and then it'll heat it up real nice, and then it'll bend. Instead of us using like a manual bender.
so One of those 3 panels also, most of these are from DeKalb Highway, but, this is feeding a recep out there, so a lot of this, since it's like fuel, you have to have explosion-proof plugs and everything like that, so the plugs can range from like, just like a singular plug is like $600, and obviously you gotta make sure you can't break that. And then this is rigid, we do a lot of rigid too. That stuff is hard to bend, because it's a lot thicker. But this is also one of the panels, like one of those pipes that were coming out of the PVC that were coming out below, this was feeding this. So these, wires right here were getting fed from that big 1200 amp service. So I don't know if any of you guys are familiar, you guys are probably familiar with Auburn since you guys go here every day. Memorial Park, I don't know if you guys know where that's at. So they're building a new, park area right there. So this was all from there that we did. So inside that building where the restrooms are and stuff. It'll be a cool place once it's done, but, yeah, that's just a little bit of the same thing. Just conduits feeding power for plugs, exterior lights, same thing. Dryers. So this is actually the print for Memorial Park. So this is what we see every day. So they got your lighting right here. So you got like exhaust fans for in there, dryers, just different stuff like that. It's pretty much mirrored on the other side. So your exterior lights, like you can see your meter right here, your CT cabinet, and your main distribution panel. So right here we have the panel for inside of there. It just tells you where everything goes, and then circuit numbers, and then it says RR, so restroom panel. So there's different names for all the panels that you do there. But.
So this is an example of, at Garrett High School, we put in this big wrestling light. I don't know if you have any wrestlers in here, but it'll come down whenever they get ready to wrestle, and then it'll go over top of them. And then this here, we did the cross that's right out, it's actually like 2 minutes away from here. We put all the lights behind there, so at night you'll see it all lit up. But this was kind of interesting because we had to take all these plywood boards and stack them for us to be able to drive that lift on there.
Because of that floor, I mean, if you drive that, 1,000-pound
Right.
lift on there, it'll break the floor. So you got to make it to where it's.
So we had like 4 guys moving a bunch of sheets of plywood and stuff.
So where this church is, you guys probably do know where this is. It's just south of here, right on that. Yeah, right across from that nice building. I don't know what it's called. But.
There is a little gasket hanging there now, so just don't judge us. That's not us. Okay.
Yeah, like a gasket that goes around.
Yeah, there's like a little black string you'll see at night, and that's not us. Okay, so just like I said. This is an example of commercial residential. So this is what you see like in dentist's office and stuff like that. So instead of piping it all like he does, we come in and we do all the. I mean, it's kind of like pipe, but the wires are already in these little MC cables. So I don't have to pull any wire, it's already done. So then I just put it in here, and I land it all. And then over here is like what you'd see in your house. So all your house, like this wire is solid wire, which we don't have any pictures of Romex, but that's what it is. So this is a little bit different from the commercial side of things. He can add wires in anytime he wants after the building's done. This is all done once the drywall goes up.
Okay, so how to become one? Is anyone like interested in doing any of that kind of stuff? Like, does anyone know like what they want to do when they get out of high school? Yeah. Okay. Well, so pretty much journeyman. All you have to do, you obviously have to graduate. Apply for an apprenticeship. So just any. I mean, it could be union, it could be non-union. You have to get 4 years of work experience, so 8,000 hours. And then obviously you gotta study for your test, which it's a 80 to 100 question test, it's 4 hours long. Trust me, it does not feel like 4 hours. It goes just like that.
It goes into about like 2 minutes when you're taking it.
Yeah, the code book, I mean, it's probably 1,000 pages, I'd say. You take it, I mean, I study every single day for around 3 hours. There's people out there that fail it. Don't be discouraged if you fail it. There's a lot of people that fail it. Just keep trying. I mean, that's all you can do.
You can take it a limited amount of times.
Yeah.
It just costs $150 each time you take it.
Are you guys union?
No, we're not. And then obviously we pass it, and then that's where the responsibility comes in to be like a foreman. You gotta be in charge of people. Now it's different, like if you're union, like if you're a juryman, you might not be the foreman of the job, but you'll be one of the guys that obviously, I mean.
Unions, like, you have, almost like a whole entire separate set of companies that will hire you and train
So,
you
yeah.
under the union. We're non-union, so it's a private company, so we have our own, that's why it's so small, we have 12 people. It's a little more personal.
Yeah.
But then a union, you're just a number, but you get paid a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's good and bad things about being union and non-union. Personally, I'd rather be non-union because, I mean, like what he said, we're all pretty personal with each other, so. I mean, you can obviously do that with people on union, but you never know, you might get laid off for, I mean, a month or two, and you'll have to be looking for travel in another state to be working, so. But yeah, once you get your card, it's the best feeling in the world for the first, I mean, couple
Months, I guess.
yeah, but once you get it, it's just like another thing. But it's pretty cool. It's a very good experience because I mean, it makes you proud once you pass it. Because obviously, like in school, I was not good at tests at all. I don't know how you guys are, but I mean, if you want something pretty bad, you'll work your butt off to be able to get it. So
It's the first accomplishment I've had,
yep,
all the way through, so.
Yep.
Just-
Our slideshow wasn't very long, but if anyone's got any questions for us. No? What's up?
Have you ever got electrocuted?
Yes.
Yes, all the time.
Yep.
No,
Nothing
not
by-
all the time.
I mean, nothing big. I mean, you obviously gotta be cautious. Like, when I first started, it was just 120, but I mean, it mostly just scares you at first. You're like, oh no, you just got shocked. But I
We
mean-
do a good job of keeping it safe, but there's
Yeah.
times where you're just not paying attention. Next thing you know,
like a lot of
You get
residential
shot.
stuff, like you don't have to lock out, tag out stuff. Personally, we haven't done that, but if you get like on very big industrial jobs, you'll have to lock out something, you'll have to write a form on it, put it on, and then you have to put like a breaker lock on it, so obviously no one can turn it on while you're using it.
yeah.
One time I actually slipped my finger and, the plug ends, and I actually electrocuted myself when I saved myself.
What was that?
Mine, duh.
Do you have the thing off, like the cover off?
Well, no, so actually I didn't like stick my finger in it, but like I
You
pulled
stuck
my,
something in it.
no, like I pulled my charger box out and I like touched
Touched it.
my charger.
Oh,
It scared me so bad, and I thought I died.
yeah.
I thought I was dead.
One time I plugged the fan in and the wire was like chewed up by my cat, and I plugged it in and it got me. It's bad.
But, so, I welded before this, like, so a lot of you guys are gonna be going through it, I hope you guys have something figured out, like, you obviously know what you wanna do, stick to it. Personally me, I thought I was gonna weld, I did that for about 4 years, like, that's with going into school and stuff like that, and personally, once I got into this, it was a game changer.
Plus, for our company, we don't have debt. We get free school,
Yep, free school,
so that's a perk. Some companies make you pay half until you graduate, and then you get it free again. So
Yeah.
the union, you have your own deal. They'll pay for it, but you have to pay union dues. So
yep.
another thing. But yeah, any more questions?
What kind of school do you have to go to?
It's called ABC in Fort Wayne.
Air fryer and refrigerator on a 120-volt breaker,
An oven, air fryer, and what?
and a refrigerator on a 120-volt breaker.
You probably could for about 5 minutes, and then it would trip.
Yeah, as long as they're probably not all running at the same time.
I actually think
That's a fair question. That's a good question.
Have you ever applied to go high?
I've had a
Yes.
needle blow up my face.
I've caught
It was
a,
terrible.
I've caught a,
Was
when
it
I,
fun?
when I first started, I was doing like a frog eyes, is what they call them, it's like above, like a back door, like just like a little light hanging, it's a 12 volt, and I hooked up 120 to it, and it was smoking, so that's the only thing I really,
I was at a hotel and I just did somebody else's work, I pushed it back, and the next thing you know, the panel blew up in front of me. And then the maid, because we were at a hotel, the maid's like, "Are you dead?" And I'm like, "No, I'm alive."
so you guys know where Custer Grain is too? Garrett?
It's like the big silos when you're driving back.
Oh, yeah.
backside of the-
So, we had a guy working there, and he was hooking up a wire to it, and I'm like, hey, be careful, that's hot, and he touched the wire to the bus, and it blew up, it sounds like a gunshot going off.
Yeah. Sometimes it's inevitable, you know,
Yeah.
some things happen, but as long as we're safe and we practice good habits, you know, we'll be all right.
Burnt the hair on his hand, left a big black mark on it. I mean, you gotta be careful with it.
Did you answer Abby's question?
Yeah, it's ABC in Fort Wayne. I don't know. America's.
What's up?
Has anyone died?
No,
Not
well,
that-
not for us.
No.
No one who died.
Yeah.
I've had a guy from my class he fell on a power line and he got shocked with like, I think it was 66,000 volts, but he lived. No, he came to school the next week, he went to the hospital, and was all right.
And also. Sounds good.
So if anybody doesn't have any questions, we're done, right?
All good? Alright, we'll send it.
So,
Should we just-
for 20 minutes.
Should we just continue? Yeah.
How long do we? How long do we
Okay,
go?
not have to.
How long, does it have a timer on it?
Does it record from your?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Does
quick
it have
from
a
here.
timer on it?
No.
I think we're supposed to go 30 minutes.
Oh,
Well, we
I
have
think
20 minutes left, so.